All right, y'all. So we're about to go through some Kinstretch. This is going to be pre-recorded at least for a few weeks, just to make sure that the quality and the timing stays consistent, so you guys can access it. But we're going to go through hip internal external rotation today. So we're going to be in 90-90, working on the back leg for a while, and then working on the front leg, and then we'll switch and finish up there. Okay, so it's going to be nice and active today. So we're going to start with some spinal segmentation. From equipment wise, you just need, I just have a few blocks. Optionally, and I'll tell you when, you can use a strap or something like that when we get to our external rotation. But let's just start with 3. Spinal segmentation here. So we're nice in that quad position. Starting at the lumbar, head comes up last. Start back at that low back. Big exhale when you get to that in position. 2 more like that. Start back at that low back, doing our best to move 1 vertebra at a time here. Then start back at that low back. Nice, strong and straight arms. Push everything away. Big arch in that back. Or I guess big hump. And then last one. Good squeeze, big extension. And then start back at that low back. Exhale, push everything away. And perfect. Okay, let's hit our sideline hip car. So we're going to go 3 with some hip axials. Then we'll switch sides. Okay, so bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Want that bottom leg nice and strong and straight. Squeeze that ball behind that top knee, and we'll start to come up. Whole leg is going to go back toward the wall behind you. Let the knee drop as we internally rotate the foot back. And then we'll bring it straight back a little bit, up. Start the external rotation, so foot starts to come back forward, knee towards the chest, all the way back. 2 more. Just breathe. Always 1 mile per hour with your cars here. Just want to move through our max safest range of motion, especially if these are your first cars today. Don't try to push it. So I'm not really worried about how big they are. Fluidness is going to be the most important whenever you're doing cars. This is the last one here. Then we'll get to our hip axials. Straight back up. Slowly rotate all the way back through. Okay, so let's come up back into abduction. Make that fist, drive against that quad, keep that tension. And then we're going to go internal rotation towards the wall, behind you a little bit, external, forward. 3 more. Keep the core tight so nothing's bleeding to the low back. Internal rotation, external. 2 more. Internal, external. Last one, straight back. And straight forward. Relax. Okay, let's switch that thing up. So again, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Nice and strong and straight in that bottom leg. Squeeze that ball on the top behind the knee. And we'll start to come up to flexion. Whole leg's going back towards the wall behind you. Let the knee drop as we internally rotate. A little bit back, up. Slowly start to rotate that foot back forward. Knee comes back up towards the chest. 2 more. Good tension through that core. So you're feeling all hip here, nothing in that low back. Rotate. So it's very important to keep those hands nice and tight together. Just helps keep tension through your whole body while you're moving through your cars. And then once more. Up, back, rotate. And then straight back, up, rotate all the way back through to that starting position. Okay, hip axial, so we're gonna come up, back, keep that tension, make the fists drive against your quad knee area, keep that as we go a little internal rotation back, external rotation forward. 3 more like that, rotate a little bit back and a little forward. 2 more, straight back, straight forward. Last one, straight back and straight forward. Relax. Okay, so we're gonna start 90-90. Okay, so remember that's here. You want that back leg to be 90-90. If you do have trouble sitting up comfortably without the hands, or you start to tilt a little bit, just sit yourself up on that block. Just got a couple here, just for a little extra stability. Okay, hopefully the sun is not too distracting. I can't tell. But we're going to start on the back leg, so the front leg can just be chilling. Okay, we're nice and upright as much as possible. And then we're going to start here with just a little light pails and exploration. Okay, so feel free to keep your hands on the ground. You can give yourself a big hug here too if you want. But we're going to go 20% pails contraction right now. So the knee and ankle slightly driving down. Think like you're pulling the ground towards you just a little bit, enough to feel that glute, groin. So keep that tension and then just slowly rotate the upper body towards the back foot as you're driving that knee and ankle down. It's just a light pails here. And rotate back forward. Keeping that tension down through that knee and ankle very lightly. 2 more here. Rotate towards that back foot. Keeping that tension in that knee and ankle. And then away. We're just feeling that tension change as we're slightly rotating around our femur. Last one here. Keep that tension through that knee and ankle. Then we're going to go through 2 sets, max effort, pails and rails. So rotate, boom, biggest one. And then let's rotate away. And slowly relax. Okay, so now we got 2 max effort pails and rails. So pails, we were just doing knee and ankle driving straight down. Rails, you're going to try to rotate and scoop that foot up off the ground. Okay, so if I was to come out of my in range, I should actually be able to lift that foot up a bit. And as you come back to your in range, you shouldn't be able to. And that's that tension that you're looking for in that rails contraction. Okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to slowly ramp to pails and go right to rails. So big breath in. Brace the core. Start to get that knee and ankle heavy in that back leg at 20% max effort. 40, 60. Whole body's driving harder now. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. Going 15 seconds here. Keep that tension, knee and ankle. Last 10. Keep rotating. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Right to rails. 2, 1. Now you're trying to slide that leg back, scoop the foot up, hold. Can help if you get a little tension on that back foot if you have trouble feeling it. Just breathe and try to scoop that foot up using that hip. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, take a couple recovery breaths here. If you need to get a little bit more stretch, like if you're up on a block, maybe drop the block down, or you can honestly just rotate towards that back foot a little bit more. So the reason I'm up on this block is because my adductors are a bit restricted. Got these long femurs, so this is just a lot more comfortable with me for me as I'm working through internal rotation in this position specific. Okay, so here we go. One more set, pails and rails, and then we're gonna get active. All right, so here we go. Big breath in, brace the core, and let's start to get that knee and ankle heavy, rotating into the ground, 20% max effort. 40, 60, keep rotating more, 80, max safest effort, hold. Again, we're going 15 seconds here. Just breathe, keep that tension, last 10. Rotate, rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails, 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up into that hand. Hold. It should feel nice and crampy on the outside of that glute. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Whew. Okay, so we're going to go right into eccentrics. Okay, so now you're going to hinge forward a bit. Keep that chest big. From here, we're initiating a pails contraction, 50% max effort. So start to drive that knee and ankle down. Pull the ground towards you. Keep the tension. Feel free to keep the hands off the ground, but if you want more difficulty, take them off. Keep that tension in the back leg and slowly pull yourself back up. 4 more like that. Hinge. 50% pails contraction, so knee and ankle nice and heavy. Keep that tension. Slowly start to pull your upper body back up to the top, keeping that knee and ankle heavy into the ground. Feel that groin glute working. Relax when you get to the top. 3 more. Hinge. Initiate that pails. Knee and ankle heavy into the ground. Keep that tension. Slowly pull yourself back up. Two more. Hinge. Pails. Drive. Slowly pull yourself back up. Good. Last one. Hinge. Knee and ankle heavy. Keep the tension. Slowly pull yourself back up to the top. And relax. Okay, we're gonna go right to a kinetic stretch here. So now I do want yourself to give yourself a big hug. Got a light, we're gonna do 1 set of 4. Light rails contraction. So try to scoop that foot up off the ground, hold the tension. Excuse me, and slowly rotate towards the back foot. And then you'll hit a stopping point, pails, drive that knee and ankle, slowly pull yourself back forward. 3 more like that, rails, straight up, rotate towards the back foot. And then pails, knee and ankle heavy, slowly pull yourself forward. Take your time here. We got 2 more. Try to scoop the foot up off the ground, that back foot, slowly rotate rotate the upper body towards that foot. Each time trying to get a little bit more range of motion through the upper body, pulling yourself deeper into internal rotation. Pails, knee and ankle heavy. Slowly drive back forward. Ooh, last one. Try to scoop that back foot up. Biggest rotation of the day here. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Rotate that upper body towards the back foot. And then pails, drive that knee and ankle down. Pull yourself back forward. Okay, so we got three passive range lift up, three passive range holds and then three passive range lift offs. Okay, so here we go. Good tension, initiate that rails contraction. So I'm trying to rotate that foot off the ground without flexing it. Hold the tension and then hinge forward until the foot barely comes off the ground and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shift yourself back. So that foot should literally barely be coming off the ground. Okay? Not too much. Half an inch max. Okay, so initiate rails. Try to rotate that foot up off the ground. Hold the tension. Big chest. Hinge forward until the foot barely lifts. Try not to flex it and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shift yourself back. Now this last one, we're not shifting back. We're just going to let the foot down because we're going to go straight lift offs from there. Okay, so here we go. Initiate that tension. Rails. Try to scoop that foot off the ground. Hold that. Hinge forward until the foot barely comes off. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let the foot down. Now 3 lift offs from right there. So ramp that tension. Scoop that foot up. Hold. You're fighting for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. 2 more like that. Good tension through the whole body. Slide the leg and scoop the foot. Fight for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one here and last thing on the back leg. Good tension. Rotate. Scoop. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And control it down. And we're going to switch to the front leg. Whew. So take your time wherever you're at. Probably not going to need a block if you are up on one. We're just going to flip. We're in the same position. Now we're going to be working on the front leg. Okay? So now the back leg can just be chilling. Front leg you want as close to 90. If you do feel like it's up like this, just place that block under that knee and you should get a better contraction here. Okay, so to find this stretch or to find your in range, you're gonna keep the big chest, hinge forward until you feel that stretch in the outside of the glute. You're gonna see it's gonna be very similar workflow here, except for we're gonna do passive range holds instead of lift offs. So give me a light pails right now. So the knee and ankle and the front leg is 20% driving down into the ground. Think like you're pushing the ground away from you slightly. So you should feel the glute. And then let's just rotate away from the front foot a little bit. And then towards the front foot. 3 more. Keep the tension in the knee and ankle. Rotate a little bit away from the front foot. So you should feel that tissue through the glute and groin changing a bit towards the front foot. 2 more each. Away. And towards it. Last one. Away. Keeping that tension straight down and towards it. And relax. Meet me back center. Okay, so now we're gonna go right to max effort pails and rails. So pails, knee and ankle heavy. Rails, I'm trying to scoop the foot up. So again, if I was to come out of my in range, I should be able to actually scoop it up while keeping this knee glued. And that's gonna be your rails contraction. Okay, so here we go. Big breath in. Start to drive that knee and ankle down. 20% max effort into the ground, pushing the ground away from you slightly. 40%. Whole body's driving at 60, 80. Max safest effort, hold. Again, we're going 15 seconds on each set here. Got 10 seconds. Keep driving that knee and ankle heavy. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Ooh. Rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop the foot up into the hand and hold. You should really feel that inner thigh, glute nice and fired up. 10 seconds. Your tension on rails is much less than pails, maybe 20% comparatively. And just keep breathing for 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Stay in the stretch. See if you can hinge a little deeper. Take a couple recovery breaths. And I did mess the order up a tiny bit, so you'll see after our pails and rails, we're going to go right to kinetic stretch and then do eccentrics. Okay, so here we go. Next one, big breath in. Brace the core. Start to get that knee and ankle heavy in the front leg. 20% max effort. 40, and we were pushing the ground away as well. 60, 80. Max safest effort. Hold. Keep that contraction in the glute. Keep breathing. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Right to rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop the foot up and hold. Good. Keep scooping for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Okay, so right from here, you're going to drive that knee and ankle down, 50% max effort. Slowly pull yourself back up the top. This is our kinetic stretch. We got 4 reps. And now try to scoop the foot up from there and pull yourself down. Good. 3 more. Drive that knee and ankle. If you need more difficulty, take the hands off the ground as you're pushing yourself up. And then scoop the foot as you slowly come back down. Ooh, 2 more. Drive that ground away. Pull yourself back up to the top using that glute. And now try to scoop the foot up off the ground using those inner thigh muscles. Hinge forward. Last one. Drive the ground away. And then try to scoop. And perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go eccentrics. Same, 1 set of 4 here. So you're starting upright, you're pushing that ground away, and now you're keeping that tension, and lengthening into your in range. While I'm driving down, relax, boost yourself up. It seems like it's a huge difference, or it seems like we're doing the same thing, but you should feel it quite differently. So 3 more like that. Drive that knee and ankle down, push the ground away, hold the tension, and then slowly hinge yourself back forward. Relax. That's nuts. 2 more. Knee and ankle heavy. Hold the tension. Hinge forward. Ooh, each time trying to get a little deeper. Relax. Boost yourself up. Man, that's nasty. 1 more. Knee and ankle heavy. Drive the ground down and away. Hold the tension. Slowly range forward and relax. Whew. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna do passive range holds and then active liftoffs here. Same 3 each, 10-second hold. Okay, so you want to get to a spot where you can scoop this up a bit. The more down here you are with that back leg, the more up. This is also where you may want a strap. So if you want to, because we're gonna lift the leg up and try to scoop away from it. So if you have trouble, reaching it, just grab the strap and use that instead. If you post this back leg up too, it can help give you a bit more space. So just find a good spot where you can lift a little bit. Should be okay. Yep, right here. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna relax the foot. You're gonna keep this outside of the leg glued. You're gonna pull this up as much as possible. Now I'm initiating a rails contraction, so I'm trying to scoop my foot up and away from my hand. Hold that tension, let the hand loose, and do your best not to let that foot fall, and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down slow. Really important not to let it drop. You want to control that eccentric down on every rep. So 2 more like that. Relax. Scoop the foot up. Ramp good tension. Try to scoop away from that hand using those glutes. Hold the tension. Let the hand loose. Don't let the foot fall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control down the eccentric. Ooh, last one. Relax. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Let the hand loose. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Okay, now from the same position, active liftoffs. So get good tension, scoop, lift, and fight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Woo. 2 more. You're super active the whole time. Scoop, scoop, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one here, biggest one. Scoop, scoop, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Ooh, one side down. Okay, so take a second, shake it off. We're gonna switch sides. Perfect. Hugging the block, hugging the block. Okay, so you'll see one side, probably gonna feel a little different than the other. I'm gonna start back on internal rotation of that back leg. Okay, if you need to sit up on the block. Don't sit up on the block, but just get to a spot where this back leg is 90 degrees and you can sit up comfortably as possible. Boom, ideally without the hands as support, but you can use these for if you're elevated and a bit more stability. Okay? All right. So 90-90, let's start with our light exploration set here. So start to drive that back knee and ankle down into the ground. 20% max effort. Hold that tension. And then slowly rotate the upper body towards the back foot. You just be barely driving into the ground enough to feel that contraction through that glute groin. And then keep that tension in the knee and ankle. Slowly rotate back forward. Feel free to take your hands off the ground as well if you want a little bit more difficulty, but don't feel the need to. Just give yourself a little grace while you're doing these, because especially if you're restricted like myself, this could get a bit it's just intense. Okay, so keep the tension, slowly rotate the upper body towards the back foot. The knee and ankle is just slightly driving down, pulling the ground towards you the whole time. And then slowly come back forward. 2 more like that. Each time trying to rotate a little bit more. Just breathing into that contraction the whole time. Trying to relax into it, even though I know it's very active. Slowly pull yourself back forward. And last one here. Biggest rotation here. Like I said, you will see just a little different workflow on this side because, like I said, I messed up when our kinetic stretch is supposed to be right after your isometrics. So we'll be back into this rotation very soon, but cued a little differently. Okay, tails and rails. So remember tails, what we were just doing, knee and ankle, rotating down. Rails, I'm trying to rotate that foot up off the ground. Give yourself a little feedback if you need to. Okay. Again, a nice test. Come out your in range. You should be able to rotate the foot up a little bit. Keep that, try to scoop or keep that tension. And as you get to your in range, you shouldn't be able to rotate. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Big breath in. Trap the air in the belly. Start to get that knee and ankle nice and heavy. The back leg, 20% max effort. 40, 60, 80. Max safest effort. Hold. So keep that nice and specific into that hip joint. 10 seconds. Keep rotating. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop and rotate up into that hand and hold. Remember, less is more on rail, so just enough to feel that outside contraction of the glute, inner thigh. Keep rotating. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, give me a couple recovery breaths. And we got one more here. Here we go. So next breath, inhale. Trap that air in the belly. Start to get that knee and ankle heavy into the ground. 20% max effort. 40, 60, 80. Max safest effort. Whole body, hold. Breathe. Keep that tension for 10 seconds. Keep rotating. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop up into that back hand and hold. Good. Less is more. Keep that tension. Keep rotating. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Whew. Okay, right to kinetic stretch. Just give yourself a big hug. Okay, we're going to try to scoop the foot up. Rails contraction. Hold that. Rotate the upper body towards the back foot. And then pails. Drive that knee and ankle down. Slowly pull yourself back forward. 3 more. Try to rotate that foot up off the ground using the hip. And each time I'm trying to get a little bit more range of motion in that upper body. Rotate towards the back foot. And then knee and ankle heavy. Slowly pull yourself back forward. Ooh. 2 more. Rotate, scoop. Rotate towards the back foot. And then knee and ankle heavy, pails, each about 50% of your max effort. Whew, maybe a little less. Slowly rotate back forward. Ooh, man. Last one. Boy, need this morning. Scoop. Rotate, biggest one. And then drive that knee and ankle down. Slowly pull yourself forward. Whew. Okay, eccentrics, 1 set of 5. So we're going to hinge forward. We're going to initiate again that pails. So drive that knee and ankle down into the ground. 50% max effort. Hold that tension. If you want, you can take the hands off the ground for more difficulty and slowly pull yourself back up to the top. Feels like I'm bleeding. Good bleeding though. 3 more. Knee and ankle, heavy. Just means you got a good contraction. So hopefully you guys are feeling it pretty intensely here. Hold that tension. Slowly pull yourself back up to the top. Ooh. 3 more. Hinge. Drive that knee and ankle. Hold that tension. Slowly pull yourself back up to the top. Using that hip glute. Breathe into that nastiness. 2 more. Hinge. Knee and ankle heavy. Keep the tension. Slowly pull yourself back up to the top. Ooh. Last one. Hinge, good tension. Knee and ankle heavy. Slowly. The slower the better on these. I might be going a little fast on those last few reps, but you want to own that tension best you can. And nice. Okay, let's reverse that. Rails, passive range liftoffs. Okay, so we're nice and upright. We're initiating that rails contraction. So I'm trying to slide the leg back, scoop the foot up, hold that tension, and then hinge forward until the foot barely comes off the ground and hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shift yourself back. 2 more like that. Good tension. Try to rotate that foot off the ground using the hip, keeping that lower leg soft. Keep the tension and let's hinge forward until the foot barely comes off the ground. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shift yourself back. Last one here. Scoop, scoop. Try to rotate that foot off the ground. Hold the tension. Hinge until the foot barely comes off. We're not shifting back on this one. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let the foot down. Okay, now 3 liftoffs from that hinge position that you should already be in. Okay, so get the tension, rotate, scoop, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. 2 more. Rotate, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one. Scoop, scoop. Fight for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And relax. Woo. Okay, back leg done. Home stretch. Take your time, come up out of there. Just gonna do the front leg and then end with some quad hip cars. Okay. All right. So back leg can be chilling. Front leg 90. Nice and upright. Hinge forward until you get that stretch in the outside of the glute. And then let's hold that tension. Start our light pail, so knee and ankle, 20%, driving down into the ground. Hold that, and then let's rotate a little bit towards the front foot with the upper body, and then a little bit away. 3 more like that. Rotate towards the front foot, keeping that tension in that front leg, and then rotate away. 2 more towards it, and away. Last one towards it, and away. Perfect. Okay, meet back center. We're gonna go right to our max effort pails and rails. So here we go. Big breath in. Brace the core. Let's start to drive that knee and ankle heavy. Push the ground away. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body. 60. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. Feel that glute nice and fired up. 10 seconds. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up into that hand and hold. Remember, less is more here. Feel that inner thigh. Keep scooping for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Stay in hinge. See if you can make it hinge a little bit deeper. And we got 1 more like that. Okay, here we go. So next breath, inhale. Brace the core. Let's start to get that knee and ankle heavy. 20%. 40. 60. 80. Max effort. Hold. 10 seconds. Keep driving. Keep that tension. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop up into that hand. Hold. Good. 10 seconds. Keep scooping. Feel that tension. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to kinetic stretch. So from here, knee and ankle heavy, 50% max effort. Drive yourself back up. We got 4 reps here. And now try to scoop that foot up off the ground. Hinge all the way back to your in range. Always the option, if you want to take the hands off, drive that knee and ankle, slowly pull yourself back up, and then try to scoop, hinge. 2 more, knee and ankle heavy, pull yourself back up using those glutes, and then try to scoop the foot off the ground, hinge. Ooh, last one, knee and ankle heavy, drive. And then think light on the foot, hinge, and relax. Okay, so we're gonna go eccentrics, 1 set of 4. So we're upright, knee and ankle heavy. Drive yourself. Relax when you get to the bottom, boost yourself back up. 3 more, knee and ankle heavy, 50%. Feel the tension. Slowly control yourself down to your in range. Relax. 2 more, knee and ankle heavy. Drive. Relax. Last one, knee and ankle heavy. And relax. Whew. Okay. Last things. Passive range holds. So get to a good spot where you can scoop that foot up. Relax. Pull that thing up. Initiate that rails. Try to scoop. Let the hand go. Hold. And slowly relax. Yo, I'm on my last thing. No, you're good. If you want to like warm up. Mhm. Scoop recording that Kinstretch for today. Uh-huh. It's fine. Control. Last one. Relax. Initiate that rail. Scoop. Hold. And control. Okay. Straight lift off. So we have 10 seconds. Scoop and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Last 2. Rotate, scoop. We're fighting for as much as we can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control. Last one. Rotate, hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay, just going to end with these 2 quad hip cars. So nice and tight. If you want to use this block, put it on your low back. Make sure you're not compensating for your lumbar. So you're going to go 2 each. Squeeze that block. Good tension through the whole body as we come up. Slowly come out. Rotate that foot back. Good tension through the core. So ideally your low back is staying glued to that block the whole time. So there's no extension through there. It's all coming from the hip. Still leading with rotation. One more like that. Up. Straight out. Rotate. And then straight back up. Out. Clean. Let's switch that thing up. Again, nice and tight. Squeeze that ball. Let's come up. Out. Rotate. And then straight back. Out. Keep that core tight. External rotation. Pull that knee back up towards the chest. Last one. Rotate. And straight back. And nice. That's a wrap for today.